Oh, okay. This motherfucker has been the bane of my fucking existence for like days. I've spent like entire days trying to get this goddamn stupid motherfucking bolt out. I'm gonna show you something. It's been stuck in there one way or another, whether it's surrounded by bushings or something, or if it's just cut off. But that's my bolt. But watch this. See that? It's moving. Oh, yeah. Did you see that? Oh. Oh, we're so close. I feel like we're so close. Oh, look at that, man. Look. It's kind of loose. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm gonna keep fighting it. I hate this. I should show you one thing though. Check this out. So Don, my friend, came over with his Milwaukee fuel impact wrench. That's the other side. It's done. He got that front bolt out. I thought I was gonna have to do the same thing as this one. He got it out like first try, I guess, with that thing. We were just kind of screwing around and it just worked. And I'm really wishing I'd waited and tried that with this. So, yep, here we go. All right, it's out. There's our happy little hole, as you can see, hopefully. Threads on top are hosed. Threads on the bottom are pretty intact though. Can't really see that. Anyway, threads on the bottom are pretty intact. But this is definitely not a solid solution. So at this point, I don't know what to do. There's a nut, basically. So this thing, so this is kind of the main rail on the car, almost like a frame, but this is a chassis, so it's not a frame, but it's a frame anyway. But yeah, this thing sticks out of it. There's a nut welded to this thing on the inside. And yeah, that nut is fucked. So yeah, it is royally fucked. Like really fucked. So I don't know what to do there. I'm guessing you cut this piece, replace this nut. I'm gonna get a welder that knows what they're doing because I don't know what I'm doing. I need a lot more practice. And weld a new nut in there, or something else. But anyway, let's see. What's important here is that I can get a bolt, and it will go through this hole, and it will thread into there. And it doesn't come out. So I could put the leaf spring on here and then take it somewhere and have someone hopefully repair that. Good God. All right, after a nightmare last night, I got that stupid stud out. So you saw me drilling it. That's basically the trick, is I had to drill it. The problem is that the way that I was having to drill it, I had to drill it through a hole. So there's, I don't know how to describe this. There's a hole like this, and then the hole with the bolt stuck in it's behind it. So I had to actually drill through this front hole. You can kind of see that in the video. But as a result, the drill was kind of pointing up. And so even though I center punched the bolt right in the middle, it still drilled up. So I have a little bit of a trophy here, if I can find it. hopefully I can find it because I wanted to keep that. This thing's a beast. Let's see if I can find it. So that's what got drilled out. I'm out here in the sun so you can see it. So that's the end I was drilling. And I actually drilled all the way through the bolt. And I removed the top enough so that this thing could turn basically pretty easily. So that's what I did. And was actually able to grab onto this end piece here with some pliers and just turn it. And backed it out a little tiny bit at a time. So that's a trophy. I've got a couple of trophies here actually. So I've got that bolt, and then this is one of the sockets I was using to get these bolts out. You can see right there, there's a crack where the socket has failed. And the way that felt is I just heard a pop, and then that socket started rounding off my nut, which is it's a nightmare scenario as well. So I went to the Jeep dealer and got all new studs. So we have brand new studs and they're not rounded off. So here's the aftermath of it though. So that's where my leaf spring bolt is. Because it drilled up into the top of the bolt, it actually drilled up partly into the top of the nut as well. So that nut needs to be replaced. That nut though is inside the chassis. And so to replace it, you got to cut into the chassis, cut the bolt out because it's welded to the side of the chassis, and then weld a new one in there, and then patch the piece that you cut out to get access to all that junk. So that is beyond my capability. I'm going to take it into a place tomorrow and see if I can get them to fix it. I think probably a body shop will be what I want to do. I don't think a regular mechanic would be able to handle that. We'll see. I'll call some places tomorrow, try and describe what happened. Anyway, but yeah, Jeep on all four wheels. Ta-da! Looks kind of neat. Okay, Jeep update. I took the Jeep to a body shop and they were able to repair the leaf spring mount that I boogered up. So this is the Jeep. It is done. Let me show this to you really quick. All right. Oh, I got in the wrong spot. No, I was in the right spot. It's on the other side. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, I'm gonna try this again. Hi, dog. How are you? Okay. So what happened was I stripped the bolt out. Actually tried to drill the bolt, and so what the body shop had to do is cut this right here, bend it back, chisel the old bolt out, weld a new one in, bend this back, and weld it back in. So that's what that all looks like. There's people on YouTube that do that when the bolt comes unwelded. But anyway, it's back on there and it's really solid. So suspension's done.